Fuck yeah! I'm so hype. Oh! Listen. It's been 2 months. It's been a bit. Burns has changed a little bit. Just kidding. We have guest golfer that's over here. My cutie patootie, my future wife. That's my honey bun. We're placing Burns for the day. Burns cannot join us today, unfortunately. But we decided, it's been too long. We gotta give y'all an episode, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Facts.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit to talk about that we've been missing. Number one, let's talk about One Piece. I feel like we all tap into One Piece. You know what I mean? Golfer, is that okay with you, buddy?
That's okay with me after I get one clarifying thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Am,
Go right
am
ahead.
I the most recurring guest now? Is this
Yes.
is number 3? Has anybody done more than 2?
No,
I don't-
Brody's
no,
done
I don't
two.
think so.
You've
No, I
done
don't.
three now.
Yeah.
I knew I was him. I knew I was him. I was born him, baby.
Bored.
It's triple Nexus at this point.
Yeah, that has capital HIM. All right, Andy, is it cool with you if we talk about One Piece?
Of course.
All right, type shit. So, there's been a
Oh,
lot.
we're gonna talk about the Hell arc. Sorry.
the Abyss arc, bro. Stop, because it's
Yo.
coming. It's coming. They're gonna do it. It's coming.
Bro, I swear to God, if One Piece is in the Abyss, I'm deleting my fucking my account, bro.
One Piece is in the Abyss. I'm texting you about it every single day of your life to never let you
I'm
forget.
genuinely
that
just deleting my account at that point.
A lot has happened. The last time we were here, we were talking about the flashback, Rox's face being shown, and like, is God Valley gonna happen? And Andy turned around and said, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Yes, it is."
I really thought it was too soon. I really did not think that they were gonna show the full thing. I was like, nah, you gotta give me like another like 100 chapters.
Chapter 1160. It's too soon, guys.
Rock's
we're,
bald.
we're approaching
Yeah.
the end too fast.
Dead ass. It's way too soon, bro, to show Rocks after 1,100 chapters. They balled out with God Valley, I think. Now we're going back to King Harold and all that stuff. I think it's gas. I got a couple theories, right?
I got something to hate about real quick. I got something to hate about real quick.
Go ahead.
Roger literally did nothing like to make him like worthy of like Aura during God Valley. Like he literally went for a Shaki and then Rayleigh ended up saving Shaki, and then at the like tail end he fought Rocks with Garp. Like what did he do that's actually like Aura worthy? Like all this like hype up, like oh my goodness, Roger, King of the Pirates, all like, and even in the latest chapter, it was shown that Roger was King of the Pirates because he circumnavigated the globe. Like not even because he was the strongest, not even like it was like yeah, they thought it was impossible to circumnavigate and he did it, so he's King of the Pirates. Like bro,
I
like
thought this was like a lateral move for him. I thought this was like no ups, but no true downs, right? Other than
agree,
getting
I
stomped
agree.
on by his own crewmates and really throwing power scaling into a loop, like when Nami he beats up Luffy. Like he got his ass whooped just by getting run over by his crewmates.
He did,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's flat. I think he's level. I think he's doesn't take away from spiking Odin through 6 trees, but it's pretty sick still. I don't know.
I feel like
even
I don't know. I feel like I was expecting that like on God Valley it was gonna like show like the full like essence and like the full fucking maximum potential of like everyone. And I'm not even gonna lie, the only maximum potential we saw was Garp. Like I'm not even like
I think we saw Roger's maximum potential. I think they went crazy when they double teamed Rocks, but like it was more into Roger's character that we saw in his fight with Rocks. Like we saw his smarts and figuring out everything that was needed to defeat Rocks in that moment, and then turning around and being like, Rocks, like you don't deserve to go this way. I feel like it was good for Roger. I feel like that moment was like aura for Roger, but. That's kind of what I
feel like it like humanized Roger, but in terms of like I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I was expecting some like I don't know like Whitebeard at Marineford level shit, and like that just didn't happen.
I mean,
I
the
feel
island
like
didn't
he's-
go in the fucking sea after they fought, bro. It was just gone. They fought so hard that shit disappeared.
His presence felt like a whole lot of time where Oda was like, he doesn't look like Ace at all, but for these like 6 chapters, he's gonna look exactly like Ace, and
Exactly.
we're gonna plug that gap right here because the rest of the time he looks fuck all like Ace.
Right.
We're taking away his mustache. He's gonna look like Ace's actual true blue father. Yeah, it was all gas. And then, of course, Garp gets any sort of flicker of gas, and his fan base just absolutely blows smoke so far up his fucking asshole, forgetting what the actual character is meant to fucking be. So we're gonna talk and slander about Garp because why the fuck not? We have like literally the top 3 Garp slanderers on TikTok, and people just refuse to understand the points that we are trying to make on purpose. They just are obtuse like purpose. Oh my god, my fucking thing almost just fell because I'm so mad. They're obtuse on purpose to try and purposefully not get our points.
It's like power scaling, but like for like agendas. It's like, you know how like in like scaling, it's like once you've made up your mind who wins, like nothing the other person says will ever like change that. It's like that, but like for Garp.
Yeah, that has. I've seen headcanon. I've seen saying the character is supposed to do something when he's not. This character means something that he's not. Like, he's not supposed to be like a hero. We do understand this, right? He is supposed to be this complicit dude who can't bring himself to leave the Marines and makes whatever excuses he wants in order to quote-unquote protect the lower Marines. This dude saw the devil of the legit actual devil of the One Piece world, fought him, saw what the Celestial Dragons were doing on God Valley, even though he claimed he had no idea what was happening, and literally clocked back into work for 40 fucking years after. I don't, like, he deserves all of the slander, and I've seen people turn around and say, why don't you guys slander Sengoku the same amount? Because people don't blow smoke up fucking Sengoku's ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't remember when people were saying, you know, Sengoku's the real hero of the story. Point me to those accounts, and I'll start doing it if you need me to.
But what's crazy is that like I honestly have more respect for Sengoku because in that like chapter, I think it was 1166, when Sengoku was basically saying that, like when Garp was telling him about like, you know, the shit about like the shit of like the world government and all that, and Sengoku was like, yeah, I mean bad things happen, and at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about that. Like at least he's honest about it. At least he's like, you know what, shit happens, and it is what it is. You know. And then Garp talking about, oh, like, if you ever become evil, I'll kill you myself. Where was that energy for the God's Knight? Like, you literally just got off God Valley watching God's Knights kill civilians. Why didn't you kill any of them? You literally watched Celestial Dragons hunting people for... Why haven't you killed any of them? So, like, you can literally just save it. You can genuinely save it.
Facts. Golfer, how do you feel about Garp? How do you feel about our boy Garp?
He's like your favorite
my
character,
favorite
right?
character in all of One Piece because he's obviously going to save the world and make everything all better. Now, it's headcanon at this point, like you've been saying, and it's a commitment to how people can like a character, but not also understand the character. Like, they have to live up to the person's ideals who, like, admires the character. So, like, seeing the fact that Garp is, like, basically a standby, like, assistant to the world government and just watches as bullshit goes down, sees his own grandson get killed because of the sins of the father, which is like a massive issue, and he does fuck all about it. But people want to see themselves in him as like the devil fruitless badass demon guy that shows up on Pirate Island and, you know, hits the oppression impact, and they want to be cool because they think he's cool, so like they have to see themselves in him.
That ass. And it's so frustrating. Like, with Garp 2, people thinking, like, he's supposed to be the hero or, like, all of it. It's like, dude, just read what the fuck is in front of you. It's not a hard character to understand. And people turn around and say that because he's a vice admiral, he doesn't take orders from the Celestial Dragons. Are you actually that fucking stupid? Like, if you wear the fucking crest of the world government, you are taking orders from the Celestial Dragons. You are doing the Celestial Dragons' bidding. The Marines are the police force of the world government that is run by the Celestials. Anything the Celestials want, the Marines have to do and are complicit in if they're not the ones committing the acts themselves. Doesn't fucking matter if he's a vice admiral. Again, that's his own just like kind of copium to turn around and be like, well, I'm not going to be directly under them. You're still a vice admiral. You're still the strongest.
I'm just gonna be directly under the people who are directly under them.
Yes.
Do you think he shakes his fist every time that like a celestial dragon like whispers into Sengoku's ear, and then Sengoku's like, well, Garp, you gotta go do it now. I said so. He didn't. You didn't take orders from him. That was all me, buddy. He's like, oh, the chain of command is such a fickle beast.
Like, he'll watch a celestial dragon like kill a slave and be like, darn it. Ugh, ridiculous.
I hate the system. I fucking hate the system.
I gotta go protect the lower Marines now, I guess. Like, and Shanks in 1167 did more than Garp has ever done in his entire
And it's
life.
like, and that's what gets me. It's like when people are like, oh, that like, oh, he's just trying to like do like infiltration from within. Like Shanks literally showed how easy it is. Shanks was like a pirate for his whole life. Showed up, opened the prison, let a bunch of slaves escape, and then went back to being a pirate. You know, like it's it's really that easy.
Dead ass.
Fujitora did the exact same thing too. Like Fujitora shows up one time to Marijois, releases a bunch of slaves, and pisses off Green Bull. And it's like, well, Garp maybe made sword. Maybe. We don't know.
Possibly. Headcanon Lee
Massive
made
contributions. He
Like-
might have. He might have. He's not in it, but he might have. He maybe made sword.
It's so or like he trained Aokiji and Aokiji's secretly a revolutionary, so and he's been infiltrated the Blackbeard pirates.
Which is precisely why he went to Pirate Island and told Kuzan come back to the Marines, right? Like,
Yes. Or people turning around and being like, "Oh, he freed Dragon from prison, so without Garp, the Revolutionary Army wouldn't have existed." And it's like, can you please shut the fuck up? Like, without Garp, that statement was true from the beginning because he gave birth to Dragon, you absolute dumb fuck. Like, Dragon is everything Garp fans think that Garp is. Like, so both saw the same actions on God Valley, and Dragon, the two reactions couldn't have been any fucking different. Garp said, "I'm gonna stay here to protect the Lower Marines," and Dragon said, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna put a gun to my commanding officer's head, tell him to free all of the slaves that he has right now, and then go and create a revolutionary army to revolt against this monstrosity that I just witnessed."
which is so crazy because when people are like, "Oh, well, like, what about like at the very end?" Garp was like, "Oh, like, go like take all the survivors onto the boats." Yeah, take the survivors onto the boats and take them back to fucking slavery. Like, am I supposed to clap for him? Like what the fuck?
Take them right back to their chains on fucking
Like,
Marijois.
am I supposed to give him a cookie? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, do his fans actually think he's just gonna let the slaves go? Do they think they're not gonna execute them? Or
No.
bring them
The
back?
Marines,
Like,
the Marines took them onto the ship and then took them to freedom. That's what happened. Like, what? Like, what are we? Like, what are you talking about?
yeah, it's just it's all agenda. It's all headcanon. It's like that's the only thing good about Garp is agenda and headcanon, and people again just purposefully don't understand the point.
And it's kind of like what you said, like, right? Like, all the characters represent different variations and different alterations to the theme, right? So Garp is not supposed to represent, like, freedom and liberation. Like, we already have Luffy for, like, my freedom is connected to everybody's freedom. We already have Dragon, who's, like, the person who, like, fights the system to, like, who, like, fights against, like, oppressors to liberate people. We already have Shanks, somebody who uses his privilege to help people, as opposed to Dofi, who uses his privilege to help just himself. And then you have Garp, who's just the guy who's just indifferent, who's just ambivalent, right? Like, that's the point of the character. But, like, people want so badly for the guy who's cool to, like, also be good that they'll just, like, throw away the writing just to do it.
And he is cool as fuck. I feel like every once in a while we do need to make this caveat. He's cool as fuck.
Aura.
Like watching the scenes in the anime when he's on Hochinosu, like, dude, I've probably watched that clip of him punching Kuzan and then hitting the galaxy divide like 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
I've watched it so many times. Still a
For
piece of
sure.
shit, but I've watched that 1,000 times.
Exactly.
Right. Like, I can think a character is cool and still not align with them, right? Like, I think fucking Dofi is sick as fuck. That doesn't mean that I'm like, oh yeah, no, Dofi is secretly good and he's an Impel Down plotting it like the liberation of the world. Bro, what?
Dofi's a member of Sword. Nah,
the
Dofi's a member of
villains
Sword,
in One
bro.
Piece are compelling. Yeah, I mean, fucking Kizaru is so cool. The first time you meet him, he just goes around spiking rookies like, they're fucking 10 berry bounty, brand new pirates in the East Blue. Like, he made them look like idiots, and that's fucking awesome.
He's
He's still a
fucking
piece of
Ronaldo
shit.
doing bicycle kicks in fucking the World Cup.
He
bro.
sent a poo fucking down to the abyss.
Oh, dude, that shit, the dead ass where the One Piece is. What are we talking about here? To the abyss, yeah, because even in the last fucking chapter, you got the 3 seals of the world government now, and the deepest seal is called the Deep Sea Contract. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm so right. It's not even funny. I'm so fucking right. That was just a little caveat. But back to, like, Kizaru. Also, another person who people just, like, purposefully misunderstand the character. Like, we'll turn around and say shit like from a power scaling impact on Egghead, oh, he's purposefully holding back against Luffy because in the One Piece world, like, willpower is your power, so he doesn't have the willpower to do what he did to Vegapunk, so he's holding back. Number one, the dude he did not hesitate for a single second to stick a laser through Vegapunk's heart. He went back. He said, "I failed. Get back." Boom. Like, he wasn't like, "I'm so sorry, Vegapunk. Oh, I can't. Let me hold myself back." He said, "No," like, as fast as he could. But that doesn't mean, if you don't have the willpower to do something, it doesn't mean you're holding back. That means you're weak. like especially in that moment. If willpower is power, and you don't have the willpower to get things done, like that's why Luffy's gonna become the king of the pirates. That's why he kept spinning back on Kaido, because he had the willpower to defeat him. And then all of a sudden, like
W reference, W analogy.
Right, exactly. That's why he kept spinning back until his power finally caught up with the Devil Fruit and he awakened Joy Boy. Then he was like, all right, now I have the actual power to defeat him. But Luffy has the willpower to keep going back at his opponents. Kizaru does not have, in any circumstance, Kizaru will never have as much willpower as Luffy in order to do shit like
So
that.
does Rob Lucci have W willpower?
Yeah, 100%. Rob Lucci has W ass will. Rob Lucci spun that shit back. Rob Lucci saw God in front of him and said, nah, I'm here for the spin back. I don't care if I'm gonna lose. Fight me right now. Like, Rob Lucci acts at 1000%. It's bad willpower, but he has W willpower for sure. Like, to the point where he even told the Straw Hats, like, we'll work together, knowing damn well he's gonna end up turning on them, like, oh, I'll do that in order to get my goals achieved. You know what I mean? Kizaru, and that's the character of Kizaru. He doesn't have high willpower. That's what he's supposed to be. He's a cog in the world government machine. He says that himself.
I'm just gonna start saying mental nerf when I fuck up at work, because that seems to absolve everything that he did on that island. Right? It doesn't matter how hard he was going against Gear 5 Luffy and how he got absolutely fucking shit cannoned by the Star Gun. He's mental nerf, and that just absolves everything. This doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if I got put on my back. And apparently, delivering food to somebody is just as difficult as fighting anybody else, according to power scaling and according to the people in my comments.
Like, a real mental nerf was... It's not even a mental nerf. It's just purposely holding himself back. Was Luffy fighting Sanji? Luffy knew Sanji needed to come back. He knew Sanji was going to try to beat the shit out of him, and he literally just didn't fight him at all because he knew that was not the time or place to do that. Like, he just let Sanji keep kicking the shit out of him and then stood there and was like, I can't be king of the pirates without you. I'm not leaving. Like, you do whatever you want to me, but I'm not going anywhere. That's a nerf. He didn't do anything. He didn't move. Using name attacks constantly and then going to kill the fucking guy you're there to with zero hesitation is like he just doesn't have as much willpower as Luffy, bro. It's these people, specifically fans of characters within the world government, who constantly misrepresent who they are all of the time. Constantly.
Bro, it's
all I'm saying is
Akainu is not even evil. He's just doing his job. At the end of the day, he's just doing his job.
Stop.
Just doing his job, dude. He's just clocking in. But they got that feature on Twitter now where you can check locations of where tweets came from or like where people's accounts are from. We need to start checking all of the fucking Marine fans. There's something fishy going on with this. It feels like like Russian bot farm kind of thing.
Oh, 100%.
Like they're doing it just to make us mad.
Russian bot farm, or they're all part of the IDF, like every single one. Like it's ridiculous. Oh, dude, I saw another one where people were defending Garp and then turn around and be like, Ace got himself killed. He deserved it because he spun back. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I turned around to the one kid and I was like, you do know if Ace was a Marine, he would have suffered the exact same fate, right? And he goes, no, he wouldn't.
Quite literally.
No, he wouldn't have. Why do you think Sengoku put him on the thing and said, this is the son of Goldie Roger. Look at what we did. We're going to execute him in public so that Goldie Roger's legacy can't move on. If they found out he was Goldie Roger's kid and he was in the Marine, it's the same fucking thing. They would kill him.
They'd have murked him as a
way.
shipwright. They'd have murked him if he was selling ramen in Water 7. They'd have killed him. It does not matter what he was doing, where he was, or who he affected.
He didn't die because he went back to Akainu's fucking rage bait. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. He didn't die
The
because he
anime
was a
really
pirate.
draws that out too. The anime
really does.
makes it seem like he got piece of candied and turned
Yeah.
around so hard.
The anime draws a lot of shit out, bro. It pisses me off. And it just leads these people to be just dumb as fucking dirt, bro. Dumb as dirt. So stupid. But, hey, ND, I just want to ask you a question. Really quick. How do you feel about my theories that have been right so far about, like, God Valley and all that shit, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, this dude is yapping. This dude is an idiot. Or like somehow, some way, they all just like came true. I don't know how, but it just like did. So I don't know. I gotta give it to you. Especially the Garlic does the final hit against Rocks. I don't even know how you even came up with that. I
Yeah,
don't know
I've been
how you
saying
came
that
up
shit
with that.
for months. I was like, yeah, it's Garling. It's because they called him the champ. They said the man who distinguished himself on God Valley. So it was like, yo, he had to have done something. And I knew he wasn't as strong as Rocks, like not even close. So I was like, he had to have third partied. Like the ultimate third party, like did the final deed and just showed off for the world government in order to do that. Because we knew as soon as we saw fucking Emu on Elbaf, and then they decided to pan to the Rocks flashback and the God Valley flashback, and he was in the throne room. You knew the world government was on that fucking island, and they had a huge hand in everything that happened. Like that was that whole thing. And now the next theory I think is gonna be fucking confirmed is that Shamrock was the perpetrator of everything that happened on Elbaf 14 years ago when King Harold died. He's the person who was there to steal the devil fruit of Elbaf Island.
And what do you think the devil fruit was?
I have no idea what the devil fruit. It could have something to do with freeing the Gallilaw giants. It does have something to do with freeing the Gallilaw giants. I just don't know what it would be.
Do you
And I
think it's
think-
reach? Do you think it's a reach to say that the devil fruit of Elbaf is Luffy's devil fruit?
I do. I don't agree with that. Because, like, I mean, why, if a Holy Knight was there, like if it was Shamrock, if a Holy Knight was there, and the Holy Knight has access to the Abyss, and they would have pulled it back right to Marie Joie and put it in Nemu's hands, how the fuck did it make its way onto, like, a random marine fodder ship? Like, who's ship, you know
who's
what I mean?
who.
Like, why would they be transporting it away from
Unless
Marie
you can't
Joie?
transport a devil fruit through there, like it's antithetical to like the existence of the abyss.
Yeah, that's
This
actually
made a
big
dream.
brain. That's
Like, I
huge brain.
Because I don't know. I
like
feel
I'm
like
getting
everything is like
heavy
lining
on the
up
speculation.
because the whole thing with like the whole like Nika theory, the whole like the mural, the whole thing with like Nika being the destroyer or the liberator, the whole thing with Loki saying that he thought Rox was Nika, but then Rox isn't actually Nika, but then fucking Teach and Luffy have twin devil fruits. It's a theory, but most likely have like twin devil fruits, and then the whole thing with like Shanks being a God's Knight, it could be like that like. And then we also know that like Shanks is the one who chained up Loki. Maybe that the devil fruit was Luffy's devil fruit, and then they were taking it back to the world government because Harold is like simping for the world government, and then like Shanks like stole it, and then like while Shanks, I don't know, Shanks was trying to take it somewhere else, and then Luffy ended up eating it. Like I don't know, I just feel like it just what works. I don't know.
It could be, but also Rox didn't know. Like when Loki called him Nika, Rox had no idea what that was. He was like, I don't know. He said Nika. He was like, huh? And he was like, I don't want to destroy the world. Like I just want to rule it. Like, and that's what he said. What he said to Loki. So maybe he does. Like, he knew it was Elbaf, and he knew King Harold needed to use it in order to unlock its full potential. That's all we know about it so far, and I'm like fully convinced now Loki did not eat it. Loki has not, and nor ever had a devil fruit power, and he was born with his powers. Like as soon as he was born with his eyes too, and especially the fact that Shirahoshi's fucking Mosa, because Shirahoshi was born with her powers as well. So now it's like a parallel between those two.
What is Loki's power?
Interconnection.
Isn't he just like really strong and has like the lightning hammer?
We haven't seen it yet.
Okay, fair enough.
We just have seen his eyes, and that it's he's got the serpent eyes, which connects him to the Hellfire Serpent and like the fucking mural shit. So I think he is I think he was born like that and born with the powers of like the Hellfire Serpent, reincarnated as an ancient weapon or like the Earth God's like thing. You know what I mean? And I think Shamrock pulled up and stole the Elbaf Island devil fruit. I think he stole it possibly for Figgle and Garling. I think it has something to do with the underworld. Possibly. I think my first theory was that it has something to do with like Hades because of Figgle and Garling's like fucking hair shape and everything like that. It's the literal astrology sign for Hades. And I don't know how I never picked up on that.
What? So you think Garling has a devil fruit?
I think Garling did eat the Elbaf Island devil fruit, yes.
Just devil fruited the fuck up, dude, with his sword plus him.
Yeah, built different. I think Shamrock pulled up. I definitely think it's Shamrock. Like, I'm fully convinced it's Shamrock. Because, also why I think it's Shamrock is because there's a panel of Shanks. Shanks was there on the day Harold died. And he's talking to Gabon, and he was like, we weren't able to speak freely in the Holy Land. I came here to talk to King Harold before it's too late. And then it cuts to the throne room, and you see the same hockey that appeared when Shamrock appears in present-day story. Like, so we now know Shanks was in Marie Joie. And why did he have that information of what was going to happen to King Harold? Who would have told him? his fucking brother obviously told him the plot to destroy King Harold, and I think it was a plot orchestrated by him and his father, and that's why everything happened the way it did. That's just my thing of what's gonna happen with Loki and everything. I really hope it's like that.
He's got fucking lackeyed so hard.
So hard, bro. Got lackeyed so hard. Yo, Shanks is such a good fucking character.
No facts.
He's such a good character.
I remember, this is so random. I remember like years ago when someone said who's your top 5 characters of all time in One Piece, and I said Shanks was at my 1, and people were like laughing in the comments saying Shanks, why do you like Shanks? And now, years later, Shanks might actually be top 5 characters of all One Piece.
Oh, he 1000% is. I mean,
One-handed
dude,
swordsman is cool as fuck anyway. Like just
It's
on
so
its
sick.
own, like without all this backstory, like dude, just one-handed hockey man with a sword. That
The
it's
hockey
fucking
man.
great.
the fucking dude, he's the hockey man, the hockey wizard with fucking all of the slander or whatever agenda piece. Dude, that shit is so fucking funny, bro. Oh my god. Wait, Andy, do you know what also a theory I fucking got right is? I don't know if we ever talked about it. How
Which one?
what happened?
He's on a
Which
highlight
one?
run right now.
Which one?
Oh, I gotta keep talking because we missed 2 months. How Blackbeard and fucking Rocks were related to the king of the world, bro. The king of the ancient kingdom. I said I fucking
Wait, I never disagree with that one.
Chef Curry 3-point. No, I didn't say you did, but I just was Chef Curry 3-point. They were, oh my god.
He's just
Type
holding his
shit.
hand up right now.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't think you understand. When I saw that panel of Rocks being like, "Yo, Davy Jones was the former king of the world," I was looking at my phone like, ah! Yeah, like, come on now. They wanted to spin back to get the throne back for who it rightfully fucking deserves. Blackbeard's character, Blackbeard's arc that he's about to go on is going to be one of the best villain arcs in anime. Like, when it's all said and done, all of the connections back to fucking everything, what that dude does, final villain type shit. Final villain type shit.
But I'm actually like, so is Blackbeard's mom still alive? Like, what is going on? Like, cause like she like never died.
We don't know, bro.
No clue. Kuma saved your ass.
The abyss, the abyss, the
Oh my god,
The
no one
abyss.
is in the abyss. Okay,
The
actually, let me
Yeah,
shut the
don't
fuck
say
up.
that shit now.
Let me shut the
Don't
fuck
say that shit
up before.
I'm hoping she's just kicking it, dude. I'm hoping she's just hanging out on an island. Oh wait, they went to Lelucia, didn't they?
I think so.
Wherever the fuck, Kuma sent them. Also, fucking Endy over here just flexing on me. I have this puny little water bottle, and he's got a gallon jug over there.
Bro, I'm drinking fucking orange high C. Like, what are we talking
This
about?
guy, bro. And you said you don't like soda. What the fuck wrong with you?
Orange high C is not soda.
Oh,
It's high C, bro. It's orange
We
drink.
don't like.
it's just like shitty oranges.
I hate soda, bro. I can't. I don't like the fizz. The fizz kind of tickles my mouth, not in a good way.
Yeah, when he orders pizza, he orders pizza with a box of milk.
I don't order with milk, bro.
Like his middle.
Stop the slander. Stop the agenda piece on Nerd King, bro. Like, what are we talking
Hey, the
about?
milkman over here.
Dude, I saw somebody say fucking Mihawk. Did you see the Mihawk splitting the sky? Like how that was trending for a little bit. How he was the first person in One Piece to split the sky.
Did that happen?
In back in Don Creek when he was spawn camping fucking East Blue 10 million berry pirate bounties because there was nothing because he's not strong. He there's a panel that they show of like the sky has like a sword slash in it. So all Mihawk fans were like, look, he's the first person. And somebody made a TikTok video saying Mihawk after he pays Haridas to fucking move the clouds for him in the East Blue so that he could say he split the sky. Like, what a fucking
I was gonna say-
generational pull.
The clouds are lighter in the East Blue. Like this is undisputable fact. They're just lighter. That's why he was hanging out there. He can't split the sky in the New World.
Nope, because he's a fucking bum. And I was like, I had to Google, like, who's Haridas? He's like, he's the guy who taught Nami how to do weather manipulation and the time skip. Like, how the fuck do you think of that shit? How does your slander run so deep inside your blood that you're like, yo, I'm gonna pull out this fucking wizard, this ancient wizard by his first name in order to put Mihawk's name in the fucking dirt? I love Agenda Piece, bro.
Clutch move.
So, do you think? Wait, I don't know if you said it or like I don't know if someone else said it. The whole like Mihawk former God's Knight. Do you still believe that?
Yes.
Still?
Yes. Yes. 1000% yes. Yes.
So you think Shanks is a former God's Knight, but Mihawk is also a former God's Knight who becomes a pirate, but somehow somehow also becomes a warlord.
Yes. And after Garp fought the fucking devil with his fists and then remained a vice admiral for 40 years after that, I that doesn't concern me anymore because Oda just doesn't give a fuck, bro. Like I think Mihawk was too strong.
With Blackbeard being a warlord, like, do they really give a shit who's the warlords? But also at the same time, like, I don't believe that Mihawk was. I think the eyes are a coincidence that they were just cool at one point and then now
I think it's
circled back on the idea.
It's like it was a coincidence at first, but then now he's like, well, everyone is saying that he has Emu's eyes, so now I'm gonna make it a thing.
I think he cut. Here's the Mihawk Holy Knight theory. Him and Shanks have beef, obvious deep-seated beef, right? And they fought before. Mihawk is obviously based off of Dracula, and he's like the dude who rejected Dracula in the book is the dude who rejected. It's an allegory for rejecting Christianity, rejecting God. The dude who was able to get away from the God's Knights, Dracula Mihawk.
But why would he want that though?
I got you, bro. Not only that, but he has a cross on his necklace. The sword that he beat Zoro with is a cross, and Yoru is just a big giant fucking cross on the dude's back. He's got all of the Christianity symbols like on his body, so I think there's got to be something with him being a fucking knight of God, especially named after somebody who rejects God. Now we'll spin back to why I think he rejected Emu, why he would want to do that, is because he was one of the people, or was supposed to be trained to be one of the people who Emu could take over their bodies, like Gumko, you know what I mean? To be able to do that, and I think he did it, and that's why Mihawk's eyes are like that. However, Mihawk, being the world's strongest swordsman, I think at that point is when he kind of solidified it. I think he literally cut the connection. He severed the connection.
Because the God's Knights, because like those God's Knights that are called God's Blade, Mihawk
come on now. And then he turns around, and if somebody is so strong that they can physically cut the connection of Emu's fucking possession with their sword, how are you gonna turn around and tell them no when they want to be like a warlord?
So you're basically saying that Mihawk. So you're saying Mihawk over Rocks because Rocks couldn't cut the connection.
I'm saying Mihawk might as well be the strongest swordsman that's ever fucking lived in One Piece, bro. And I think he has just beef with Shanks because they might have met on fucking Marie-Joie. They might have met like somewhere that has to do with that. I don't know when Mihawk would have become a pirate versus when he was a Holy Knight. I just think there's a lot to do with Christianity with his character that it would be a very heavy coincidence for me if he wasn't a Holy Knight. Would I be mad? No, but like I'm still banking on it.
And it all just comes down to the fact that Oda was just a really big fan of Ultraman.
That's all what it comes down to.
Do you guys, yeah, like all like Japanese Christian imagery comes from how the guy who made Ultraman was a Christian. So like Evangelion. Yeah, so like all of that stuff comes from how like they all watched Ultraman growing up, and he gets crucified like 60 times in the span of like 80 episodes. Jeez. And there's just crosses exploding everywhere. Like Ultraman is like insanely like Christian imagery heavy, and that's what led the person who wrote Evangelion, like the team that wrote Evangelion, to like include that imagery in there. And that's why like when you try and like, piece together Evangelion as like a Christian allegory, it doesn't really make any sense because that person didn't understand Christianity at all. They just really liked Ultraman.
Fair. Is Ultraman like a manga, or is it just like?
It's like a show. It was like a dude like dressed up in like a suit. It was a live action. That's the word.
Oh, okay.
And I know they do manga of it nowadays. They do a bunch of crossovers with Marvel heroes, with Ultraman. But yeah, that dude was just getting crucified on Japanese kids' TV at like 7 a.m.
Damn.
Well, I honestly think you're right, and Andy's right. How it's like he puts stuff in the story so early, and he doesn't think about what's gonna happen after. But he's so good at leaving the early stuff open-ended, so that he can change it no matter how he wants to later, and then it makes complete sense with what he did. It's honestly probably why fucking why Mihawk looks like that is because he was like, oh, I'm basing this cool dude off Dracula. Like, here's his big ass cross sword, like. cool. And lo and behold, all of this like extra lore that's gonna be added, like still hasn't shown us how strong he is. We still haven't seen him fight yet. Like all of it. I genuinely think that's how a lot of the characters in One Piece are. You know what I mean?
And I feel like a lot of like, that's how you come up with like a lot of good ideas. Like you put like something in a story and then you like figure it out later, you know, and how you can connect it to everything else. I feel like that's a really great way to like set things up. And Oda does it really well, where it's like he didn't plan it, but like you wouldn't know he didn't plan it, unless he like says he didn't plan it.
And that ass, you really wouldn't know. And then people get mad when you say it's a retcon, but like you don't know what a retcon means, you little bitch.
People have no idea what a retcon is. People have no idea what foreshadowing means. People just like throw these terms out that they just like discovered on TikTok because like they don't like read books.
That ass.
I've been
Oh my
having this
God.
war over Gojo for the past 2 weeks on TikTok,
Yo.
where people are like, they're just like, it's bad writing, and I was like, I've listed out all of the times that he foreshadowed this, and they're like, bad writing, and I'm like, but it's his like the detrimental aspect to his character, like, it's bad writing, dude. Gege sucks. He hates Gojo, and I was like, he was destined to lose. Sorry, bud. Hate him. Can't
Like-
believe it happened to me.
Yeah, people are just like dumb as fuck. No, Gojo was supposed to be the strongest, so he was supposed to be Sukuna, like, because his name is the strongest. So that's it. I'm gonna ignore every
Self-proclaimed
single
title.
fucking time that Gojo literally like got caught insanely off guard because he got so fucking cocky. He got beat with a dude with just a blade. Like what do you do? What do you? They literally planned the entire Shibuya raid around the fact that when Gojo saw Geto's face, they were gonna be able to put him in the prison realm, and because he was gonna be caught off guard. Like it happened so many times, so many times. So don't be surprised when Sukuna literally grabs a hold and plans around the fact that Gojo is too cocky, grabs a hold of the one thing that adapts to literally everything that's in front of it, learns how to fuck with infinity, and then the second he catches Gojo even the tiniest bit off guard, his body's in fucking half. It's like, oh my god. Also, part of being the strongest is having the mental fortitude of being the strongest and knowing exactly when to not be caught off guard and turn around and fight the literal king of fucking curses. And maybe you take him fully 100% seriously the whole fucking time, Gojo. Then you wouldn't be in half. But you are in half because you're still Gojo. Oh!
Nah, bro, it's just bad writing.
It's just Gege hates Gojo. Gege hates Gojo. That's just what it is. That's
Like,
just what it is,
ridiculous.
brother.
Well,
I'm
'cause
sorry,
if you-
I haven't read it since the night that Maya fucking botched all the translations, and I was reading them in Manga Animus Discord. There's no hate to Manga Animus, by the way. That was Maya's fault for botching those fucking translations.
Dude, and it's like these people also don't understand that like JJ, did they think Gojo was gonna be the one to defeat the final villain of JJK? Like that's how it was gonna end, with Gojo just beating him and Yuji doing nothing? Like,
Well, the argument that they always fall back on is they were like, well, Gege had to just make some shit up to defeat him. It was like, well, yeah, you're up against the guy who's the greatest at using sorcery of all time. Like, you're literally up against the guy that could divide himself up into 20 pieces and wasn't even in full form, and was taking on the strongest sorcerer of today, who was literally just improvising. Like, that's the thing. It's like the scene where he does the improvised hollow purple doesn't exist to Gojo fans after it happens, because that's totally improvised. That none of that seemed possible. Like holding red out at a certain distance and then sweeping blue around and sucking everything together, completely getting rid of every other time that we've ever used hollow purple in the entire story. And then as soon as the other character improvises something, that's not how that works anymore. That's not how that works.
especially when he has like the curse that's like the best at improvising like in the game, bro. And he did that shit on purpose. Like he got that on purpose for this exact
Also, it's like
moment.
it's like the idea that like everyone's like, well, why doesn't anybody else use why do all the human characters not use binding vows or like really use any binding vows? It's because they're human and they're attached to their abilities. Like they're innate to them, so they don't want to do any trades of like altering it or changing it, whereas Sukuna had absolutely was not married to his abilities in any way, shape, or form. If it was an auto win condition, he would just trade away the ability to dismantle things. Like if that's what it took, that's what he would do.
Yeah.
Like that aspect of his character, like, see again, but we're talking about people that only look at pictures,
No,
and we deal
fully.
with this in One Piece. I know it's dealt with in Bleach a shit ton. I know, like, it's everybody. There's so many people online that literally just look at the pictures, rely off of somebody on TikTok to basically read it for them, and then come online and just argue. And like that's all they want to do. Like they just get you guys have seen it in your comments. It'll go 120 in a chain deep. They're just there to argue.
Fully.
There's no winning this. There's no convincing them of anything. You could copy and paste the entire fucking manga into comments. And they will just ignore every single aspect of it because their blue-eyed boy lost, and they're very sad about it.
Yep, trust me, I've fucking been there, bro. But when I shit on Admiral fans, people are, like, some dude made a video about me, and all the people in the comments like, oh, when Cope King is hilarious, by the way. I think that shit's so funny. When Cope King turns around and ignores me in a debate, it's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Just because you tag me in some shit doesn't mean I'm ignoring. Bro, you're saying the same recycled, gurgled fucking nonsense I've literally debunked thousands of times on my fucking channel. Mr. 156 followers, I have no idea who you are, bro. I've never seen you in my life. Just because you tag me in the comment section. Somebody was like, he kicks everybody out of his Discord who's an Admiral fan. I dismantled my Discord like 3 months ago. Like, I fucking canceled. I nuked the server myself because I didn't want to deal with anybody. I'm not kicking anybody out. Like, people have these narratives and it's ridiculous. Same thing with fucking Gojo. Like,
it's crazy how people, it's like, you, like, I was like, it's like, they fully have just, like, one-sided beef, like, with content creators in their head. It's like, it's like, the way that I'm living rent-free in your head, you're making, like, 800 videos, you're tagging me. I was like, dude, I've never even heard of your existence before. And in your head, we're, like, arch enemies.
Like, I see you in the mentions tab, and I go back to the comments tab. Like, I see you there, and I'm back to the other side. I don't need to hear it.
Like, not at all. It's just so weird. People get so weird and attached to their fucking opinions. And then also, back to the fucking Gojo thing. It's like people think strongest, like, they hear the term strongest, and they think, like, oh, physical strength, like, they think, like, oh, can never be beat, whatever.
Like incapable of losing a fight.
Incapable of losing a fight. They don't understand that strength is not just about your abilities. Like, they set it up so that Gojo's abilities were the strong, like, hands down, he had the most broken hacks in the verse. But they also set it up that he could absolutely be defeated, and his strength led to his cockiness. It's literally the character. So when you have a character who is as strong as he does and lets his guard down as much as he does versus a guy like Sukuna who, like you just said, would literally create new binding vows in order to get rid of his abilities because he's not attached to them, because that's how much of a fighter he fucking is and how much of a dog he is. He would turn around and, like, be like, oh, you know what? I have Malraga, this thing that can adapt to whatever is in front of it. I'm going to use whatever is on my arsenal, and I don't care if it makes me look like I'm not the strongest or that I had outside help or anything like that. I have a fight to win. Like, in terms of Gojo, and then Gojo would turn around and still at that moment be like if he got revived, he'd be like, nah, I was caught off guard, like, I'm still stronger. Like, you know what I mean? Like he would definitely be brought back and said some shit like that, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, I got an itch on my calf. You ever get itchy calves, bro? That shit fucking hurts.
That hurts. Yesterday I was driving 3 hours back from my in-laws' place, and the top of my foot started itching. And it was it was my right foot, so it's my driving foot. So I couldn't do anything about it. And it was like in the middle of rain, so like I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't be a little sketchy and like try and slide my shoe off and like itch it real quick. No, dude, I had to sit there in the rain, white knuckling because it's fucking storming, and my foot's itching the whole time. Oh man, that shit sucked.
That's when you just kick glass as strong as you can to have the glass scrape against the top of your foot to get rid of the itching feeling, bro. It's the worst. When you have an itch you can't fucking scratch, it's like, dude, it's hell on earth, bro. That's the abyss on earth right there. That's like...
The abyss, this guy.
It's the abyss on earth. Speaking of the abyss on Earth, bro, AI's taking over. AI's taking over everything. And we
I've
need to
been
stop this
saying
shit
that
right
these
now,
companies have been
bro.
using AI, and people are like, "Oh, stop lying, stop yapping, this, that," and now they're fucking Amazon is now just like straight up using AI to dub shit. Now I don't even watch dubs, so that doesn't really affect me that much. But at the same time, it's like fucking up the whole industry because now people are losing their jobs, like we were talking about before, and they're literally just like stealing people's voices too, and like you feeding it into the AI so that they don't have to pay them. And on top of that, it's just making the product overall just worse. You know, for the people who actually watch it. And now, like, because it's like, it's not even like, it would be one thing if it was like some like tiny, small, like indie studio. This is fucking Amazon we're talking about. Like, they have the money to hire actual voice actors. They just won't.
Deadass. And it takes humanity out of everything. You can't replace shit with AI. And the people who turn around, they're like, "Oh, it's just dub." Like online, who would be like, "Oh, it's dub." Like, wait till AI gets better, they'll be able to do it for dub. It's like you don't understand. They're gonna do it with sub next because if they can do it with English voices, what makes you think they can't do it with
Facts.
Japanese
Facts.
voices?
Facts.
Hello.
Facts.
What makes you think they can't? They if they get away with AI in people's voices, they're gonna AI the art. They're gonna AI the animation. They will
Yep.
put AI with the entire project, and you can't do
Because
that
the
it
thing
takes away
is,
the
like,
humanity, bro.
these companies, they don't care about making good art. They just care about making money. So if they're gonna make money, they don't give a fuck if the product is like dog shit.
It's such a weird one to test on too, because you could have done some like out of nowhere isekai, like
They're like,
just
no one was gonna watch
you
anyway.
know, yeah, something that like 1,500 people in the U.S. are gonna watch, and wouldn't have gotten any traction on Twitter. People have been waiting for the Banana Fish dub for like 10 years. Like people love Banana Fish. So like it's odd place to start, but it's probably gauge the reaction and see how hostile it gets.
And we need to be like hot. We need to be like hostile. Like just don't watch anything on Amazon Prime. Like sorry, The Boys season 5, but I gotta boycott the fuck out of that. Like, uh, and people still don't understand like the detriment of AI and AI art. Oh, it's still art. People are just making their own art. It's a way for everybody to be able to create art, even people who aren't good at it. Bro,
Pick up a
Bro.
pen, dude. Pick up a pen.
be better.
Learn the the journey of like artistic creation is not the end result of of like the creation that you've always wanted to make. It's like the process of learning how to get there. That's where
Exactly.
you actually learn your creative ability. It's
Exactly.
like fucking Leonardo da Vinci did not just paint the fucking Mona Lisa after rolling out of bed. That man had to work to get there.
And it's like you were saying, like a lot of the enjoyment of the creative process is the process, right? It's the process of like thinking through things, writing out characters, like writing out the plot, like learning how to draw, testing out different art style, learning from different artists, trying to like find your actual voice as an artist, like creating, like having like a thing like that's like done. That's like besides the point. It's that like because it's like, okay, now that I have a thing done, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the whole like expressing yourself as a unique individual is the point of art, not having a pretty picture.
Deadass, 1,000% agree. Yeah, like, and I'm sorry, a computer can't express itself. And do people think this wouldn't lead? Like, sorry to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's just not a conspiracy anymore. Do people think this wouldn't lead to like Skynet 2.0? Like, this wouldn't lead to the fucking Terminator with like AI and robots nuking the whole world when they get access to the nuke codes? Like, hello? You think they wouldn't like you do you genuinely think Elon Musk would not try to make AI so advanced that it would be able to write its own code? Like genuinely. Because then at that point, you can sell a product that you don't have to work on, that's constantly evolving, and you don't have to put any money into it because it's constantly evolving on its own. You think they wouldn't do that?
Why not?
Why not?
If we can't even admit One Piece is political, we're far off from understanding Terminator. Like we are so far off. Like that's the
funny,
hard thing.
because I remember like not even like a year and a half ago, like saying One Piece was political was like the most like egregious, most hottest take of all time. And like now it's like because you two like made it like mainstream to say that One Piece is political. But before, I remember people and like Nerd King. Oh my god, here you hear this liberal comes trying to bring politics into anime. Like, and now all of a sudden, like, all the normies are jumping on the bandwagon. Be like, oh yeah, One Piece has always been political. No, that's not what you were saying last year.
You fucking dumbass. Like, it hurts. Stupidity hurts me. And that's stupidity. Stupidity fucking hurts my head. How do you see a show that's like that and be like it's not political? Because people think political is like elections, like them hosting the election or talking about taxes. Which they still do. They talk about taxes in One Piece. They talk about the fucking Heavenly Tribute. Like, they talk about this shit. It's not even, like, there's a whole arc where the 20 Kings are, like, meeting to discuss the political state of the world and what to do next. Like, and in that arc, somebody tries to make Shirahoshi a slave, dog.
They
like,
literally showed, like, even in the latest chapter of the world government paying off Big News Morgan to push propaganda. Like, that's, like, how is that not politics, bro?
Oh, and speaking of propaganda, somebody in the comments said, but what about Fisher Tiger climbing the red line? Did they, like, where did he not do that feat? Did Oda retcon it? It's like, pay attention to the Fishman Island flashback. He said he was a slave. He was on top of Maurice Law the whole time. This is them talking about him like he's a monster. Look at him, he climbed up the red line to go free the slaves. No, he was there and he escaped. He was on Maurice Law as a slave and he just escaped. He's not a fucking monster who, like, ruined the Celestial Dragons. Use your fucking brain. The panel's right there. Oh my god. It's not Oda retconning to take away a feat from power scaling, you dumb fucking asshole. Holy shit.
Bro, he's just mad that Akainu is the final villain, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Like, people are just like, no, but that's a really cool feat for them to take away from Fisher Tiger. That's what you care about Fisher Tiger's character? Is a feat? A fucking feat of strength?
And like, it's a cool feat of strength, but it's like it's not the end of the fucking world. Like, it's, you know, having that beat from a different
No,
perspective.
because then how can we argue that Fisher Tiger beats Naruto, bro?
How can we argue that Fisher Tiger is actually 7B and not 7C? Okay, it says it on the battle wiki.
Bro, because it says it on the battle wiki. Those fucking, again, those memes of characters fighting, and because they're the same level on, like, the battle wiki.
Yeah.
Is
Phineas and Ferb just dog walking Goku, like two kids trying to make a theme park in their backyard are stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku.
stronger than fucking God. Like, yeah, that shit makes me so fucking happy. People
Wait,
think
do they
that's
actually have God scaled on?
They probably have. Jesus
I bet they do.
scaled
I bet
on
they
the
do.
battle
I bet
wiki.
they do.
I'm calling it Jesus is probably like 1B. Like, it's gonna say some shit like that.
Wait, I don't even know what these letters mean.
Low 2C, low 2C.
Wait, Goku solos! Goku solos! Goku's 2C with Ultra Instinct. He's not low 2C. Goku solos. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god, not somebody power scaling Jesus. That's how unserious we are as a fucking society, bro. That shit's so funny.
If they were doing it for the bit, that would be great. But they're treating it seriously. Like, they're taking it in all sincerity.
Yeah, you know when somebody, like, when the most people care about in that, like, chapter was Fisher Tiger getting a feat taken away from him versus, like, Shanks freeing slaves on Maurice-Wa. Shanks infiltrating the Holy Knights to release slaves. Like, talk about Himothy, bro. Oh my god. That's what you should be focused on, not the power scaling feats, dude.
The narrative feeds. That's what we should be focusing on. We should be getting hooked on
Deadass.
phonics. The phonics wiki. We need to be getting into the literary tools wiki. Leave the battle wiki alone.
Get the battle wiki out of my fucking face. You ever had the teachers tell you Wikipedia wasn't a reliable source?
It's so funny
I
because like
actually had some.
in elementary school, I had teachers telling me that Wikipedia is not a reliable source, but in college, I had teachers telling me that Wikipedia is a reliable source. Because in college, they were like, yeah, like
it's like it cites all its sources.
right. Because my professors
Like,
were like,
the-
yeah, like if you're like researching, I don't know, like the Richter scale on like earthquakes and shit, like some like dickhead is not writing that article. Like obviously somebody knowledgeable is writing the article, and obviously they're gonna cite all the academic sources that they used. So it's like, you know, like
Fucking crying.
like
Yeah,
some like some like fourth grader is not like, obviously if you're looking up, I don't know, like the biology of Justin Bieber, like yeah, I'm sure that's not gonna be fully accurate. But if you're looking up some like super niche thing on like, I don't know, electron superposition, it's probably gonna be accurate.
Dude, they are militant about edits on Wikipedia. Like if you try and fuck around like once, they'll warn you, and then twice you're just like full on like IP banned. Like they will just get rid of your ass if you try and fuck around on Wikipedia. So like there's not even like bad actors. Like you can't even do that unless it's like your own Wikipedia page. Like how like famous people will update that shit on their own so that they can try and like, you know, kind of boost up their credibility. But like on electron superpositions, like they're not just gonna let Joe Schmo out of fucking nowhere come in and be like, yes, there's reality determination that like if you think it hard enough, you can make electrons move with your mind. Like, no, they're not gonna fucking let you do that. Like it doesn't work like that.
They're not gonna let fucking Joe Rogan write a Wikipedia page about vaccines.
About how like the aliens built the pyramids.
But this is why fucking Elon wants to start, what is it, Grokpedia? He wants to start his own Wikipedia clone.
Because they want to they just are funneling misinformation, bro. Ridiculous. Dude, fucking Thanksgiving was just obviously this past, I know we only have like 4 minutes, but just quick anecdote. Like my family was talking about like comedians and stuff. And like, of course, my family members turn around and be like, "Oh, comedians a lot of the time, like talking about like Eddie Murphy's Raw in like the 1980s, and being like, oh, comedians nowadays, like they're hindered, they can't say what they want to say, blah blah blah." And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like they're like, it's not as funny. Like, oh my god, it's like Dave Chappelle's special where he was talking about transgender people was like so funny, and it's like, I like it when comedians are smart. I like it when comedians have to like craft a joke like intelligently, turning around and just being like a dickhead about things, you know what I mean, in terms of like a comedic standpoint. Like that shit's not like funny. That shit's not funny. And it's just like the evolution of the comedic art form. It's like, I want a well-crafted joke, not somebody being turned around and be like, oh, we're gonna make fun of this minority group, look at me, I'm so
And I think
funny.
like going off of like what you're saying, I feel like the whole thing about comedy, like you said, is that it's an ever evolving art form, because the whole point is you want to just be ever so slightly outside of what's socially acceptable. But if you're just out here just like saying the N-word, like that's not comedy, because it's like that doesn't require any effort. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's also not funny.
like anyone can do that. You know?
Like,
Well, it would probably blow your family members' minds to learn that Eddie Murphy apologized for a lot of the things he said during Raw, under his own volition, not under cancel culture or anything like that. He went and apologized for some of the things that he said on there, that it went too far, especially when he was talking about gay people.
I'm
Like,
fucking crying. You know what? Period. As he should. And Eddie Murphy's like a smart dude. You know what I mean? Like if he went on a comedic like tour now, he would be able to adapt because he's like smart. He would know what to say and be able to craft like well thought out jokes. I hate people who turn around and just like spew anti woke nonsense. Like fucking Sebastian Maniscalco had a set where he was saying shit like, my kid came back from school saying, I identify as a wolf. What day and age are we in where your kid can say, I identify as a wolf? It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's not funny. Like you're lame. You're a lame ass old dude, bro. Like, are you like, and all the fucking people who are like 80, haha, identify as a wolf. Like, that shit's not happening in real life, bro. You're just yapping. Like, you're just straight, like making a stupid old fucking Gen X story, being like, oh my goodness, look at what the kids are doing nowadays. Like,
I'd have actually
be
preferred it
better.
if we had litter boxes in my classroom. I don't know about you guys, but like, if people identified as a cat, like, shit in your box, man.
Facts, bro. Dude, if I was a teacher and if I was a principal, I would make like all of the kids would have to have books on how to be transgender, like when they walked right into the school. I think that's just the agenda that we need to like go down. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like obviously, because that's what all liberals want.
Boy.
And what's crazy is that like trans people make up such a tiny percentage of the population that like the odds that you're ever going to even like meet a trans person like in real life is so like astronomically low that it's like you're literally just like it's like you're literally just like beefing with no one, because it's like you like you're just looking like you're just
You're
trying to
boxing
start
shadows on.
exactly like you're beefing with no one. Like literally you're just beefing with no one.
Nice.
Bro, trans people want to speedrun Mario games and, play Fallout New Vegas and eat horrendous diets. Like, that's all I know about trans people.
I'm
And I have a
fucking
ton in my
crying.
Discord, and it's just, they just want to chill out and vibe, man. Like, you can be a little cooler about this whole situation.
And
Yeah,
the same
people-
people talking about, oh, everyone is like snowflakes these days will like have a meltdown the second you make it like a joke about Charlie Kirk or some shit.
That ass, oh my god, bro, don't even get me fucking started. Like, the fucking George Floyd, making fun of George Floyd crowd, turn around and got so mad with the Charlie Kirk jokes. You can't fucking, if you can't handle the heat, bro, get the fuck out the kitchen. Like, shut your mouth. And it's always, like, the fucking straight, like, Republicans who are so obsessed with transgender people who have never fucking, like, met them ever. Like, you have a weird obsession with transgender people. Like, I was, again, arguing with family members, I think this was 2 years ago, where I turned around, they were, like, talking about transgender people and, like, whether they should play in sports or not. And one of my family members was like, they're not oppressed, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, we are at a fucking holiday dinner table right now having a conversation about whether these people have the right to play sports, and you're telling me that there aren't people who are like out to get them right now. Like, do you understand how fucking insane that shit sounds? Like, why are we having discussions about like whether a group of people can fucking shoot a basketball? That's the clinical definition of fucking insanity. We have other important things to worry about. Like, fuck off. Just
And these be the same people to say like the white man is oppressed because of affirmative action or some shit like that.
Oh my god, bro. Fucking so ridiculous. One thing to say, we had a comment and right now that I think is just like back to the comedy before we go. Somebody said I had an opinion that Gen Z doesn't have the same ability to laugh at dumb jokes because we've seen all of the same jokes. If any generation were to look at comedy, a comedian from the past generation, they'll find it hard to laugh too. Jokes evolve, be more clear, which is like facts.
Right.
We've literally seen all the same people spew the same shit. Haha, wokeness. Oh my god, you can't. I fucking hate when comedians get up there and they start a set with, you just can't say what you want to say nowadays, huh? Everything has to be politically correct. Immediately I know you're the least funniest person in that fucking room and you have no original material whatsoever. Like, and you probably failed your fucking cop test that you tried to take so that you became a fucking comedian. Or a failed comedian.
And it's like, what do you mean you can't say what you want to say? If what you want to say is like just to just call people racial slurs, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be able to say that. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know,
Darn,
man.
you
I've got more important
snowflakes.
things to worry about. Like,
it's like, yeah,
Don't say that shit.
unfortunately, people are gonna have a negative reaction to that. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
you don't have freedom from consequences.
Yeah, freedom from my fucking fist in your face. You can say some shit. Go ahead. Freedom of speech. Freedom from my foot shoved up your fucking ass. I can't promise you that shit. Dumbass. Oh, yeah. All right. That's our hour, bitches. Thank y'all so much for coming back to Triple Nexus. Call for Gary Bear. We love you, bro. We love you so
Oh,
much.
you
We love
guys.
having
Thank
you
you
on.
so much
I love
for
you.
having me on.
Of course, I love your sweater, by the way. It's fucking sexy. Sexy Christmas sweater. All right. I'm Nerd Daddy. That's ND. Let's go for Gary Bear. Find us all on our TikToks up here on our socials. Don't forget to find Triple Nexus on YouTube, on TikTok, all of it. We're going to keep on giving you guys episodes every week because we love to do it. I hope you all take care, brush your hair, and don't forget, if you're going to be a comedian, be funny.